You weren't the bigger person. You were just the one who shut up first. I just want to say what it is. And they called that strength. You wanted to scream, but they clapped when you swallowed it. You wanted to name what happened, but they praised your grace while editing your pain out of the story. You didn't forgive. You just got tired of rehearsing a version of yourself that looked healed enough to be lovable. Whoo, this is going to be tough today. This is going to be tough today because this is the part no one says out loud. That being the bigger person wasn't a choice. It was a performance you learned to survive. Because if you told the truth, it would have made them the villain and you were still trying to be the hero in their story. You called this peace, but all I see is emotional tax avoidance. You learn how to flinch behind a smile. To flinch behind a smile and with one. You learn how to bleed behind your own back. How to offer a silence. How to offer a silence and call it growth. They didn't give you the high road. I just want to open this up for you if you don't get it yet. They evicted you from your own voice and offered you a pedestal in return. You never got to say I don't forgive you. You never got to say I'm still angry. You still heard me and kept moving like I was a cabinet too fit for your doorways. I swallowed my tongue so you could keep your image. I lied every time I smile. You never got to say that. You never got to say that. So they don't want the bigger person. I just want you to know, whole time they've been talking about the bigger person, I'm going to tell you what they really meant. The translation is about to kick in. They want a more convenient witness. They want the one who won't press charges with their voice. The one who turns betrayal into a poem, abuse into a teachable moment, and erasure into elegance. That's all they want. So I just want you to know. You weren't healed. You were well behaved. You weren't stronger. You were just easier to digest. That's it. And they mistook your survival performance for peace. So tonight I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna just answer the question this time. Stop being the bigger person and start being the honest one. They told you it was power, but when you tried it, it tasted like silence soaked in shame. So now they've turned you into a flammable liar, and now you sit at home striking yourself with matches, hoping it doesn't burn you this time with what they gave you. I just want to say what it is. I don't want to hear your stories about how you were the bigger person. I want to hear how you realized that they never deserved your silence. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear about the moment you woke up and said, I wasn't forgiving, I was disassociating. I wasn't healed, I was hushed. I wasn't mature, I was strategically discarded. Being a bigger person was never about healing. It was never about that. It was about disqualifying yourself from clarity. So they don't have to feel shame on your behalf. They made a museum out of your restraint. I want to paint it for you. They hung your silence on a wall and called it grace. And when you finally wanted to speak, it was too late. Why now? Let it go. I'm just saying. But I don't want you to hear that. Not let it go. Let me go. Let me go out of the deal where I shrink and you grow and we call that balance. Let's let that go. Because when you say you took the high road, what did you see from up there? What did you see? Because what I see from down here is that you left your truth behind and called it peace, and I think it's time we circle back to pick it up.